You are not underpaid because you don't work hard. You're underpaid because you are playing a game whose rules were never explained to you, and the people who benefit from that silence are hoping you never find out. Think about where you are right now. You show up, you deliver, you outperform people around you, and yet, someone with half your output is earning more. Someone with less discipline got the raise you were waiting for. Someone you personally trained is now above you. That is not bad luck. That is a system operating exactly as designed. Before we go further, if you found the last video and came back for more, you already know this channel is different. We don't do motivation here. We don't do inspiration. We deal in one thing only: clarity. If that is what you are here for, subscribe now, because what comes next is exactly why this channel exists. Here is the lie at the center of everything. Work hard, stay loyal, deliver results, and you will be rewarded. That formula was not designed to make you wealthy. It was designed to make you useful to a system that requires your maximum effort in exchange for the minimum it can justify paying you. Machiavelli understood this about power 5 centuries ago. He wrote that men are governed more by appearances than by reality. What you produce is reality. What people believe about what you produce, that is appearance. And in every organization on earth, appearance controls income, not reality. Stay with me, because most people hear this and think, so I just need to talk more in meetings. That is not what this is. What I am about to show you is deeper than that, and far more dangerous to ignore. There is a ceiling in most organizations. You cannot see it. It has nothing to do with your performance reviews, nothing to do with your output. It is a perception ceiling, and it is set by how decision makers have already categorized you in their minds. Here is how it works. Early in your time at an organization, people form a narrative about who you are. Reliable, solid, the one who gets things done. Sounds like a compliment. It is a cage, because reliable means we don't worry about you. Solid means we take you for granted. Gets things done means keep giving them things to do. None of those narratives include promote this person. None of them include pay this person more. They include keep this person exactly where they are, because they are too valuable in this role to move. That is the invisible ceiling. And hard work on its own builds it higher. If that just described your situation, drop the word ceiling in the comments right now. I want to see how many people are sitting under one. Now let me show you the mechanics. Income in any organization is not determined by output. It is determined by 3 things. 1. How visible your output is to the people who control budgets. 2. How easy it is to articulate your value in a room you are not in. 3. How replaceable or irreplaceable you appear. Not are. Appear. Most high-performing employees fail on all 3. They produce results no one can see. Their managers cannot explain their value in executive meetings. And they have made themselves so available, so accommodating, so frictionless, that the organization has concluded they are not going anywhere, which means there is no urgency to pay them more, no urgency to promote them, no urgency to retain them until they are already out the door. And by then, it is too late. Here is where most people in this position make their next mistake. They work harder. They believe that if the first level of effort was not enough, more effort will finally be enough. It will not. Because the problem was never the effort. The problem was the architecture around the effort. The Stoics had a principle that applies here with surgical precision. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." Most people apply that to emotions. Apply it to your career, and it becomes a weapon. You cannot control whether your manager appreciates you. You cannot control whether the organization has the budget. You cannot control office politics, favoritism, or who plays golf with the CFO. But you can control how your work is framed. You can control what you communicate and to whom and when. You can control whether you are easy to replace or costly to lose. You can control the narrative around your value. That is not soft advice. That is the only leverage you actually have. And most people spend their entire careers fighting battles they cannot win, while ignoring the ones they can. If you are starting to see the distance between what you have been doing and what actually moves income, subscribe right now and hit the bell. Every video on this channel is built to close that gap, one layer at a time, So what does this look like in practice? It means you stop measuring yourself by effort and start measuring yourself by signal. Every week, ask yourself one question. Who in this organization above my level heard my name attached to a result this week? If the answer is no one, you are invisible. And invisible people do not get promoted. Invisible people do not get raises. Invisible people get restructured out. It means you stop sending updates that describe what you did and start sending updates that describe what it meant. Not, I completed the report, but the report identified a process gap that could save the team 12 hours per week. You are not changing what you produced. You are changing how your production is perceived. It means you stop waiting for your work to be noticed and start engineering the conditions under which it is noticed. Because here is the uncomfortable truth about every organization you will ever work in. They do not search for talent. They respond to signal. Give them signal. Now, there is one final thing most people never do. They never make themselves costly to lose. There is a difference between being valuable and being difficult to replace. Valuable means you do your job well. That is table stakes. Every competent employee is valuable. Difficult to replace means removing you creates a visible, expensive problem for the people above you. That means owning a specific process no one else fully understands. That means holding key relationships no one else has access to. That means producing a category of output the team has come to depend on and cannot easily rebuild. When you are difficult to replace, the conversation about your compensation changes completely because now it is not a favor, it is risk management. The goal is not to be the hardest worker in the room. The goal is to be the most strategically positioned person in the room. Hard work is the entry fee. It is what gets you in the building. But positioning, visibility, and leverage, those are what determine which floor you end up on. Marcus Aurelius wrote one more thing worth understanding. The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way. You are not underpaid because the system is unfair. You are underpaid because you have not yet learned how to make the system respond to you. That is a solvable problem. And if this video helped you see something you could not see before, do 3 things right now. Like this video. It tells the algorithm this content is worth showing to more people who need it. Share it with someone you know who is working hard and still stuck. They need this more than you do. And subscribe because the next video goes somewhere most people are not ready to go. In the next video, I am going to show you something that will be difficult to hear. Being liked at work, being the person everyone respects, everyone gets along with, is quietly making you weaker. And it is one of the most common reasons that talented, agreeable people never reach the level they should. That video is already built. Do not miss it.